Hey guys, Arwen here. I am a quantum energy healer, and today I want to talk to you guys about empathy and what is an empath, and are you an empath? In fact, if you're watching this video, you probably are. So an empath is someone who feels other people's emotions in their body as if it's their own. Okay, and a lot of times if you're an empath and you don't realize it, you may be feeling the feelings of other people in your body and not realize that they're not your emotions. They're someone else's emotions, okay? So let's do story time. Case in point, one of my good friends, I got in the car with her and her boyfriend. I'm sitting in the back. It's been about 2 minutes and I'm nauseous. And then I stopped and I was like, wait a minute. I was feeling fabulous before I got in the car. And I said, hey, which one of you two is nauseous? And my friend turns around to me and she goes, oh, it's me. She's like, I'm so hungover. I feel so nauseous right now, like I could throw up. And I said, I know, because I feel like I could throw up in this moving vehicle that we're in. And then I asked my other friend, I was like, hey, how long are we going to be in this car? He's like, oh, 30 minutes. I was like, oh, great. So I tried to get her to like focus and so I could alter her field, right? We did like a mini session in the car so we could not be nauseous together for the next 30 minutes. And I brought the nausea down, but I realized like doing this in a moving car with her, and like we have never done an energy session before, I just let it go. I was like, we'll be there shortly, it'll be fine. As soon as we got out of the car, and I got out of the car with her and I stood on the ground, I stopped feeling nauseous. And then she had another drink, and then of course that, you know, made her not be nauseous anymore because now she'd had a little bit of alcohol. And then I felt great, and then she felt great, and everything was fine. And this was when I realized, I was like, oh, I gotta get this like empathy thing in gear here, because I just can't constantly be feeling other people's emotions. It's too much. So I wanted to tell you that story. So if that's happened to you, you're an empath. Or you'll be at work, somebody will be angry. You know they're angry. They haven't even said anything to you. And this happens to me all the time. And they're like, no, I'm not angry. I'm like, yeah, you are. Like, I know you're angry. And then they'll come back and they'll be like, yeah, you know what, I am angry about this, this, and this. I said, I know. I'm glad we've had this conversation now. Yes, it is what it is. Not too long ago, I was at work. One of my friends came in. He was sick, and we were buddies that day. And I was like, meaning we were working together. And I was like, dude, you're sick. And he was like, no, it's allergies. I'm like, no, it's not. I was like, I can feel your emotions in my body. You feel ill. Like that feeling you feel when you're like trying to like fight being sick, like fighting like a virus, like you're fighting something off. He's like, no, it's allergies. I'm like, no, you can't tell me that. Like, I know exactly what it is. So I energetically detached, and then I went about with what we were doing at work, and I felt fine, and I didn't feel sick anymore as soon as I immediately identified that it was his emotions and not mine. So something that you want to be aware of if you are an empath, if you're feeling fine and then suddenly your emotion changes dramatically, you have to stop and ask yourself, whoa, was that my emotion or was that somebody else's? Because you'll often find when there's like a switch like that, it's probably somebody else's and not yours, okay? So the other thing I wanted to tell you about being an empath is that, let me think about how I want to say this. In my energy work, occasionally, and I don't want to freak anybody out, you can find foreign energies in someone's field that like doesn't belong there. The problem with foreign energy is that the foreign energy will be like feeling a certain way, and then the person will think, they'll identify with that foreign energy and think that those emotions from the foreign energy are theirs when they're not. They're another person's, okay? So let me give a couple examples of this. When you have a lot of interactions with someone, especially intimate interactions, or you've had like a long-term relationship with someone, it could be friend, it doesn't have to be romantic. You form cords a lot of times, and when it gets unhealthy is when with the cords, that other person will like put part of their energy field in your energy field, and then you will put part of your energy field in their energy field. Okay, I hope I'm explaining that well. And then, so that other person, there can be like it's like a personality fragment is how I view it when like I'm doing energy work. The personality fragment can be in your field, feeling a certain way, vibrating a certain way, and you will a lot of times mistake those feelings as your own when they're not. Okay, so that's a problem. And you don't need your energy in anybody else, and nobody else needs their energy in you, okay? So if you have a lot of like really messed up dynamics with someone, like a family member, you probably have a lot of cords. There's probably a lot of energy mishmash happening, which is probably ruining your life, let's be clear. So that's a thing. But that energy doesn't need to be in your field, and you can mistake it for your feelings when it is not your feelings, okay? The other thing that I have found, not like it happens that often. There was this one time, I remember I felt like I was, I don't know, 95 years old, and I was tired of feeling like I was 95 years old. This had been going on for a few weeks. This was a few years ago. So I did an energy session on myself, and immediately somehow I picked up a dead person. I don't know how I picked them up, but they were there. I was like, oh yeah, you don't belong here. So I easily transferred them and moved them into the light where they needed to be with their family members, and everything was fine. About 5 minutes later, I felt great. I didn't feel like I was 90 years old anymore because I had removed him out of my field and sent him into the light where he was supposed to go anyway. And so that's another example of like, I was feeling all these feelings as if I was like 95 and old and crotchety, and I just, oh my God, it was terrible. And those weren't even my feelings to begin with. Okay, so when you're an empath, you really gotta be vigilant and notice when stuff flips, and be aware of feeling your energy in your body and not feeling everybody else's energy all of the time, because that is not going to help you at all. Okay, that's just going to cloud your vibration. It's going to make it harder for you to manifest, right? So like when I'm manifesting, I am purposely like feeling the feelings in my body. My emotions, my feelings, I'm getting everything in alignment, and I'm like vibrating out in that frequency and manifesting it out into the ethers. So it's not only important for your own health to feel your own feelings and be in your own body, and everybody else can be over there. It's important when you're manifesting as well, because sending out a singular coherent vibration into the ethers brings a singular coherent result back to you, right? Because you're emanating that out, and then the universe is bringing you back what you are. It doesn't bring you what you want, it brings you what you are. Okay, so I'm going to do some more empath videos. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know any experiences you've had where you suddenly realized that you were in a situation and then you felt these emotions and then they were not your own. I just think it would be fun if we can all like read those in the comments. It like helps bring it into awareness when we're all aware of when we are suddenly changing and feeling someone else's emotions when they're not ours. And I just think it'd be fun if we can read other people's experiences in the comments. I think that'd be good stuff. All right, guys, it's good talking to you all. I will see you in another YouTube video. Bye.